Combat USA, bringing you MMA looking state to state for the top 8 here on prime time, putting it all on the line for this one chance, for this one moment to stand up and shine. USA, we're here to stay. Top 8 to the state. Learn, train, been trained real hard. Mixed martial arts, adrenaline pumping, no holds barred. Combat USA, we're here to stay. Top 8 to the state. Learn, train, been trained real hard. Mixed martial arts, adrenaline pumping, no holds barred. Got G's on the table. Best believe those that are able to stand and show their skill will grab your soul by the root and recruit to the chosen few. To stand up in the ground is just what we do. You may think that you're faster, take a deal with the jiu-jitsu master, and it could be a disaster. The untrained technique, this is not for the weak. You get put to sleep if you're not ready for the fight. Stay to stance, cause I've got heavy hands. Best believe I can dance. I've got plans for that ring. I don't care about the bling. I need the championship of it. I need to show the whole world that I love it. Combat USA, we're here to stay. Top 8 to the state.
Welcome to Combat USA Fighting Championships. I'm your host, Adam Sandoval, and with me today is the legendary Rob Roy.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Glad to have you here. Excited to have you in the tournament this year, Rob. Rob, you're a huge addition to our tournament this year. To have a guy like you partake in this tournament and partake in Combat USA is really gratifying for us. So thanks for being part of this, and thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So we're going to cover a few different things today. Mainly what we're going to talk about is your gym. ACS had a huge, powerful year last year. Took home a lot of money, took home some rings, took home some titles, much earned respect, and you're on your way to do that again this year. You've had 2 fighters out of your gym fight. Both of them already are moving on to the state finals, and hopefully moving on to the national finals between Wisconsin and Illinois. So we're going to spend some time covering your gym. We're going to talk about your last fight. We're going to talk about your history in MMA, and we're going to talk about where you're headed.
Exactly.
Sound good? Rob, we're going to talk a little bit about ACS here. You've been training with ACS for about how long now?
Approximately 2 years.
2 years. And so the team's young as far as the amount of time that ACS team has been together, but all your guys have a tremendous wealth of experience. Tell us a little bit about your team and your guys and how you feel about everything.
Good camaraderie. It's a gene pool where we developed some of the best fighters coming out of Wisconsin today. And we all learn from each other.
Yeah. So you got Gerald Mearshart down there who won last year. Javier Vega comes in that won last year, correct? You got Nick Aguilar. You got yourself. I mean, that is, like you said, a very impressive gene pool. If I was anywhere near the Milwaukee area and wanting to get into mixed martial arts, I got to say ACS is where I would head. You know, I'd recommend people to go down there. You guys are doing great things.
Yes, we bring a more aggressive style to the fighting game, I think. Wrestling is, a lot of us are all wrestlers, so it's more of an aggressive style of fighting. Even the boxing is more aggressive. You know, it's not like, it's exciting. We just fight exciting down there.
Yeah, seems like you guys all really enjoy training, you know. It seems like you guys got a good, dedicated crew of guys that train consistently.
Actually, they help me get dedicated because I slack off sometimes, so it's more them than me.
Well, right on. Let's take a look at your head coach, Nick Aguilar, and we're going to take a little interview with him and see what he has to say about his gym and his team.
Yeah, having 2 fighters from last year, you know, it brings in some students, you know, winners, people that actually follow the sport. You know, it brings in, I think recognition-wise between other gyms and fights themselves, I think it's, you know, people realize who they are and that we got some studs on the team, you know. We got a lot of fighters on the team, so there's a lot of up-and-comers people don't know about yet, but yeah, it helped. Some of our up-and-coming fighters, we have our Zach Browder, who was supposed to actually fight on the first Combat USA card, but this guy pulled out for whatever reasons. He's a tough guy. I'm hoping he can fight soon. Bobby Galvin, another tough guy. You seen him fight, he gave Lenny his hands full, you know. Lenny's a champ, you know. He's a champ, you know. So we knew we were gonna have our hands full on that one a little bit. I got some good amateurs. All around, I don't want to forget anybody. I hate naming names because you always forget some young guys. Brandon Pat, Jordan Chambliss. You know, these guys are I think, 19, 20 years old. Amateurs, you know, good records and whatnot. Dylan Faldugo. Just what's up with Caribou is I went up north one time and I don't know. People made a bet I couldn't chase down a caribou and choke the hell out of it with my hands. And so I choked him, beat him to death, and put him on my wall. Want to get a picture of him?
Well, I trained at a different gym before with Nick, and Hank was going there too. And I live in Racine, and eventually they started their own gym, and it just worked out that it was a little bit closer and just a little bit better fit for me. So, and you know, Nick was really the first one to kind of take me under his wing and teach me, you know, a lot of stuff and catch me up on things that I needed catching up on. So I thought it'd be a good place to keep going, and so far it's worked. We train hard, and we know what we're doing. You know, we got great coaches, been in the game for a long, long time. They know the moves, we know how to put it together, and we train hard. Bottom line, we get in here and get the work done.
Well, this is Nick's gym, so I just kind of help out. I get a lot of credit for some of the stuff he does. So, but definitely it's his gym. You know, I think where we were at, it was just time to move on and do something else. And at some point, if you're going to make a career out of this, you have a lot of time invested. You have to have something that, you know, you can't fight forever. And I think Nick saw that. And at some point, you're going to have to just be the role of the teacher and the coach, and you know, not be in the cage yourself. Mm-hmm. So I think that was sort of the transitional thing. You know, he's got maybe a few more years, maybe longer, maybe less. But I think he's looking at the future there. So come check it out. You don't have to be a fighter. You don't have to be a great athlete. You can come in and do some self-defense, get in shape. But if you want to go hard and you want to be good, I think we can make you pretty good. You know, if you put the work in. It's a lot of effort, but if you do it, I think so.
ACS is we have a tight knit of guys. You know, we have some good fighters, a lot of fighters, and we're all here for one another. That's what kind of separates. I mean, all teams got their little team, you know, whatnot. But we're kind of growing as a team. You know, we're a young team, so it kind of puts us growing together. You know, so guys, as I said, most of my guys started here at 19 years old. You know, we opened, never did anything. So you kind of see it build like that, and relationships build. It's, you know, in general, it makes it a good gym.
So last year, you got to watch your teammates go through this. We didn't have the 155 division. You got to watch your teammates go through this. What kind of effect did the Combat USA tournament have on your gym, your teammates, and you know, everything as a whole?
I think them winning it gave them a good, you know, it gave them everybody to see that the talent they had, because a lot of people don't think that the South run the show.
Sure. The South is doing well.
The South will ride again.
There you have it. Now, you guys took a lot of money back to the gym, those rings, everything like that. You know, we're excited to have you guys back in it this year. What do you think about the ring versus the belt for the championship? Keep in mind, we are going to have state belts now. So you will get a state belt when you win the state, and then when you win the multiple state, you get the ring.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't won anything. Well, I got some belts at home, but they collecting dust. But I'm happy winning a T-shirt. So
really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. So we'll bring your ring back. I can keep that one. I've been wanting a ring. Matter of fact, Gerald and I were just talking about this. I was wanting a ring. I didn't have to. I didn't have to fight. Can I have yours if you win?
No.
No. Okay. It was worth a shot. Yeah. So, right on, man. Well, I think you guys are gonna do some impressive things this year. Hopefully, you know, with the growth of Combat USA and what's going on, and with the impressive talent coming out of your gym, we can make some big moves and help some guys move up to the other seat. So, what's in store for you? I mean, are you looking to move on to the UFC and get back into that scene, or what's your thought process on everything?
Well, I look at the fight game a little differently than most people, because I've already been there and done that. And then, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. You know, it's not new to me.
Sure. Wouldn't be a bad thing though if it happened, huh?
No, it'd be some good exercise.
There you have it. It's all about exercise for Rob Roy. Well, that's cool. Let's take a look at some of our sponsors, some of our commercial breaks. As always, got to thank Oneida Casino. We got to thank 4-Ounce Fight Gear. They're making all your shorts, your gloves. They make make MMA equipment.
Shin pads.
Shin pads. You've been wanting some shin pads.
I really want some shin pads.
To prepare for your fight with potentially Warfield or Bivens.
Warfield or Bivens. That will help me train. Y'all see a most exciting fight if you could give me one pair of shin pads.
Want some shin pads. 4-Ounce might be able to make that happen for you. All right, let's take a look at our sponsors.
4-Ounce Fight Gear, official sponsor of Combat USA. Developed for the fighters, by the fighters. Engineered specifically for today's top MMA fighters. It's not what you want, it's what you need.
It's what I need.
This is what I need.
For more info, check us out at 4ouncefightgear.com.
Bringing it 4 ounces at a time. Get slips.
You're gonna be a great champion.
There we go. Beautiful. Take him down. Take him down. There we go.
It's all about fundamental.
You take down one to the center.
Combat USA Fighting Championship, March 5th, Oneida Casino. 23-6 UFC vet Nick Aguilar versus 2010 finalist Morgan Signature. 21-7 James Warfield fights submission artist Gary Bivens. Former Packer Whisper Goodman fights 2010 finalist Will Dickey. Knockout artist Tim Holland versus Madison's own Tony Rook. Plus 4 additional professional fights. Saturday, March 5th, Oneida Casino, Green Bay. Combat USA Fighting Championship. Visit CombatUSA.net or Facebook.com/CombatUSA. Get tickets at CombatUSA.net.
Welcome back to Combat USA. Adam Sandoval sitting here with Rob Roy. Thanks to all of our sponsors out there we just heard from. But I want to talk to you, Rob, a little bit about you. Your name was all over the tabloids in Wisconsin and well, even outside of Wisconsin for sure. But you were a big guy and you were in WEC and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, we didn't really see any fights out of you. We didn't hear much from you. And now you're back. Can you walk me through the process?
Yeah, exactly what happened was actually right after the WEC, I wasn't like real known in the WEC, so I was not at the top level of WEC, and then I was way too big for smaller shows, so they wouldn't even have me on there. And then a little bit shortly after, I had my child, little baby Rob Roy. So and then I don't know what direction I was going in, and then a little bit after that, we got to talking with Nick Aguilar, and then he actually got me back into fighting. I don't really know if that's a good thing right now. So, but I'm thanking him for it. So, he gave me like something else to do.
Sure. Right on, man. Yeah, well, that's good. Nick's a good guy to have in your corner, that's for certain. Speaking of Nick, he's in the tournament this year. Big name in Wisconsin. We're excited to have him. How do you think he's going to do?
Oh, he's going to do great. See, I think Nick's plan is to get to the top ranking in the world. So I'm thinking as soon as he fights at 45, he'll go to the skyrocket to the rankings real quick. Because he should be in the top rankings at 55 too, but things happen. So.
Yeah, 45, he's going to be an absolute monster at 45.
He's a monster at 170.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, that's exciting to have him back in, and we'll see where he goes. Hopefully this tournament and this stuff can open up some more doors, and we can get you guys back on some UFC shows and things like that. I tell you what, I would be excited to watch that. So, another one of your teammates that's name is out there a lot, took home a championship last year, is Gerald Mershart. What do you think about him?
He's a great guy. He's coming along great. He's probably be better than me and Nick put together sooner or later. So, got a lot of talent, but he doesn't get a chance to show it off. Just same with me. I got a lot of talent too. I don't get to show off, but with time he should get his opportunity. He's definitely up there with the top level fighters.
Yeah, I think so too. We went out to Vegas together, and he was out there dominating some pretty talented fighters. So he really impressed me out there. Talking about Gerald Mershart, GM3 as they call him, he's going to be fighting for the Wisconsin State title, and he's going to be fighting the winner of Will Dickey and Whisper Goodman. That's going to happen on March 5th. Who's going to win that fight, Will Dickey or Whisper Goodman?
Well, Will Dickey's got sound wrestling, and Whisper is just all-around strong guy. I think if it goes to the ground, Will Dickey will give him run for his money. But if it stays standing, Whisper Goodman got a chance of Gurley testing his chin. So I'm going to have to go with toss-up between them, but I'll go Will Dickey.
You think Will Dickey will take that one. Now, how do you think Will Dickey and Gerald Mearshart, that fight would end up?
It's going to end up with Gerald Mearshart around his neck.
Seems to be the way a lot of Gerald's fights end.
Bow.
That's the end of it. Right on, man. Okay, now a big part of the Combat USA tournament this year is the introduction of the lower bracket. And what this is these are guys that either had an up and down career and are really ready to make a point to turn their career around and start making it, a serious go at it, and guys that are new and coming in that we've seen fight through the amateurs and maybe entry-level pro that have impressed. And what it is it's a chance for them to get some pro fights under their belt. And if they win all the way through their state, we'll give them a shot at the upper bracket next year. Also, it comes in as an alternate position. So if a guy in an upper bracket gets hurt or has to pull out for any number of reasons, this will give the lower bracket guy a chance to get up into the upper bracket and fight for the big money and all the good stuff. So that happened once already this season in 170 with Tim Hollick. Matt Schaefer had pulled out. Tim Hollick came in and took his place up at 170 and now will be fighting Tony Rook. What do you think about the Tony Rook-Tim Hollick fight?
I think it's going to be a great fight. They both some scrappers. Here they like the brawl, and that's exciting for the fans. So that's a great thing to see.
Yeah. I think Tim, he won his first fight in the lower bracket on January 6th, the same night you fought, and he impressed. I mean, he knocked the guy out. The guy's got 2 professional wins now, both of them by knockout, both of them first round. Apparently he hits pretty hard, so it'll be interesting to see how he does on the upper brackets with guys like Lenny Nelson in there, Tony Rook. Who else we got up there? Lenny Nelson. Well, Lenny Nelson moved on. He just beat Bobby Galvin, who was your teammate, correct?
Exactly.
And that was actually a really good fight. Bobby Galvin looked crisp. I mean, his striking was very impressive. He looked really relaxed and calm. He was there for that fight.
He trains with the best.
Yeah, he looked really good. So Lenny moved on, and so now it's that Tim Hollick, Tony Rook. One of them is going to have to fight Lenny in the championship. I think it'd be really cool to see Tim Hollick fight Lenny Nelson because I think they'd both stand toe-to-toe and have some pretty serious exchanges.
Exactly.
Tony Rook being more of a submission artist, he's probably going to work on getting Lenny down to the ground because Tony Rook did unfortunately fall to Lenny last year. So he's looking for to come back.
Redemption.
Redemption, that's right, man. So that should be pretty interesting. So speaking of Tim Hollick and that whole situation he's got there, let's throw to a segment. Let's get to know him a little bit, see what he's all about, give him his time in front of this camera, and see what he's doing to get ready for the upper bracket.
Okay, Tim.
I'm good. I'm healthy, ready to go, and I got moved up to the upper bracket, ready to fight, ready to win, and ready to succeed. Means everything. Now I don't have to wait for a whole entire year to go up to the next bracket and prove myself when I can do it this year. Preparing hard, a lot of wrestling, a lot of striking. I'm more of a Muay Thai striker, so obviously that comes to me better than anything. Wrestling I'm emphasizing on more than ever because my opponent is a wrestler and he's got a great shot on him, so. I see it going my way, of course. Every fighter is going to look at that, in that standpoint, of course. Confidence is key. So I will do my best to win. Striking battle, Lenny's the smart guy. If we're striking and I'm getting the best of him striking, he's going to take me down. I know the game, so. And if he's getting the best of me, I'm going to just still stand. I don't care. 2, actually. I want to see Morgan Signature fight Nick, and then I want to see Whisper Goodman fight Will. Will's, he's my guy, he's my boy, so I've been training with him, grappling. He's strong, so I want to see him win that fight. And of course, I want to see Morgan because I'm kind of helping him Muay Thai-wise, so. hopefully higher UFC possibilities maybe, or I'll just come back and try to win again, take a crack at it next year. Out of the 170, I would like to fight Mike Swick. Yeah, I'd move up to the 170. I want to see how he'd be. He'd throw some awesome hands. I think I could beat him. Come ready. I'm ready to fight, always ready to brawl, ready to throw hands, and I'm ready to win. So come ready, train hard, and let's do it. I want to thank Jim Philbrick, Down to Earth Entertainment. He's one of my sponsors, as well as Scrap Fight Gear. I want to thank you guys too for donating me some clothes and stuff like that. Thank you.
There he is, Tim Hollick. It'll be interesting to see how he does. He's a good guy, man. He's well-spoken, and I think he'll do a lot good for the sport.
Yeah.
So let's take this opportunity to go to one more commercial break, and then we'll come back and talk about what everybody's been watching, which is talk about you and your potential upcoming fights.
Great.
That's what everybody's waiting for. We'll be right back with it.
Enjoy an adventure filled with thrills and fun. Oneida Casino offers guests the excitement of first-class entertainment with non-stop casino action and the luxury of the Radisson Hotel and Conference Center.
Try your luck at slots and a variety of table games, plus high-stakes bingo, poker, and off-track betting.
Visitors to Oneida Casino will never go hungry, no matter what you're in the mood for.
Watch the area's best live entertainment free in the Oneida Casino Lounge.
Oneida Casino.
Fun is our game.
Get slips.
You're going to be a great champion. There we go. Beautiful. Take him down. Take him down. There we go. It's all about fundamental. Good takedown. Work to the center.
Combat USA Fighting Championship, March 5th, Oneida Casino. 23-6 UFC vet Nick Aguilar versus 2010 finalist Morgan Signature. 21-7 James Warfield fights submission artist Gary Bivens. Former Packer Whisper Goodman fights 2010 finalist Will Dickey. Knockout artist Tim Hollick versus Madison's own Tony Rook. Plus 4 additional professional fights. Saturday, March 5th, Oneida Casino, Green Bay. Combat USA Fighting Championship. Visit CombatUSA.net or Facebook.com/CombatUSA. Get tickets at CombatUSA.net.
Welcome back to Combat USA. Adam Sandoval, Rob Roy. Excited to have you here, man. We talked about ACS. We talked about Nick Aguilar. We got to talk to Nick Aguilar. We talked about Tim Hollick. We got to talk to Tim Hollick. We talked about the upper and lower brackets. The thing that everybody's waiting for us to talk about, the reason everybody's I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of hits on this show, is because they want to hear what you have to say about you and James Warfield. But before we get there, first let's talk about James and Gary Bivens, because in order for that fight with you and James to happen, James has to beat Bivens. What do you think the odds of that are?
The odds of that is, let me see. I'll say 6 out of 10, because he got way more experience. It's not guaranteed, because I've seen him like almost lose to lesser opponents. So and Gary Bivens I think he's a pretty decent wrestler. So and I'm going with. I don't know.
Don't know. It's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a
tough one to call. But the question is who would you prefer to fight?
I prefer to fight James Warfield because I like his energy, and then plus I don't like to back down from anybody. So I just definitely go with Warfield all day long.
So there you have it. Rob Roy says straight out he wants to fight Warfield. He wants to make this thing happen, and I think that's what people want to know. Now, let's fill people in that maybe don't know the history on you and James and why we got to this point where it's probably the most talked about fight in Wisconsin history. How did this all start?
Well, yeah, I heard he was calling out Nick, and he was calling out basically everybody in Wisconsin that fought at 55 that nobody will fight him, and then I said, well, I'll fight him. And then he got to run in his mouth. Actually, he ran his mouth on somebody that interviewed me, and he asked me, would I fight him? I was like, definitely, because, I don't back down for nobody. And then, so he got to run in his mouth, and he went back and forth and back and forth. Then it almost happened, and I was so hyped to go. And then I guess he got an injury or something, and then he got into the tournament, and I was like, he want to get in this tournament? That's good, because, what I'm saying? Let's both just get in this tournament, But I don't know. I just like fighting tougher people. It brings out the best in me, too.
Sure. So basically what happened is you're saying that James Warfield basically called out, said nobody in Wisconsin would fight him at 155 pounds, that he was the best. I know he was going to fight Anthony Pettis, but then Anthony Pettis didn't fight him, and then he wanted to fight Nick Aguilar, and you stepped up to the plate and said, "Dude, I'll fight you, no problem. Let's do this." And, and that's where we find ourselves today.
Yeah.
So, what's your attitude? Do you have any hostility or resentment or anything? What was all said that it got to the point where it's at? I mean, he seems pretty upset. We saw him. Maybe we can shoot to a clip here. We saw him, yelling at you into the cage after your victory in January.
Yeah.
And you seem to just kind of be laughing it off. What's your take on the whole thing?
Oh, actually, I just laugh it off because actually he just must don't know what he's doing. Because I don't know, I wouldn't do that to a fight. I wouldn't come to the event and boo him. I wouldn't even, I don't know. I just been fighting a long time, and it's more of like just like a sport, Plus, I just like slammed the heck out of his guy. I know. So maybe he was mad at that, more of that, but he's trying to get a little attention. So I just gave him a little bit. I wouldn't give him that much because he's not really on my level yet. I'll just tell you the truth, or he's not on Nick's level. What I mean? I just know, I watch a lot of fighters.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you just feel like you guys are at you and Nick are at a higher level than what James is right now. And, and you're looking for the opportunity to show that. Yeah,
I like his level though, but I'm just saying it's not at my level.
Yeah, he's an exciting fighter to watch, no doubt about it. I'm a James Warfield fan. I like James Warfield. I'm excited to see you two go at it. I think it's going to be an exciting fight to see. But it's good to get your take on it and see what your angle is on it. Yeah. And you're just like, let's just do it. You're just kind of indifferent about it.
Yeah, because it's like I am. I'm like that with a lot of fights, though. When it comes up, I just like to train. I like to get my body in shape. And mostly, I'm just more mentally in shape than most guys. So, like that little scene he tried to pull, that did nothing for me. I'm not even mad or, it was funny, kind of, so.
Right on. How do you see that fight ending if you two fight?
It's definitely going to end soon because I'm not letting it go the whole distance. I don't damn if that happens. So you could just say he went the distance, anything. So, I don't know. I probably either go for like a knockout or just a easy ground and pound. That's too easy though. So I maybe try just a knockout.
So you're willing to you're gonna stand toe to toe with them?
Yeah, because that's how I said. I got a lot of weapons nobody get to see because most people they give me an opportunity. I'm taking you down. So if you gonna let me take you down, I'm gonna take you down. But,
sure.
Yeah, if you wanna box me, I'll box with you.
So you got no problem going toe to toe with James Warfield?
Yeah.
It's exciting stuff to hear. That brings us to the segment of the show, the Technique of the Week. It's a great segment where we get to learn about some different submissions and some different ground moves. Today we're going to learn about the pendulum sweep. So let's throw it up to John Freeland and see what he's going to show us.
Hi, I'm John White Trash Friedland from Nutrigon Academy in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I'm here with Tyler to help show the pendulum sweep, okay? So the pendulum sweep starts with Tyler's in my guard like this. And the most common cue for this is when he pops one leg up, either to break my guard or to get some range to hit me, whatever. Either way, I see that his leg's up. The first thing I do is get the hand on the same side underneath it, while simultaneously the opposite hand grabs his far wrist. So I'm going like this and like this, grabbing in between his legs and grabbing his wrist. Now the hand that's in between his legs, as my legs open, pulls me towards him, like this. Like I'm trying to knee myself with his knee in the head, like this. From here now, once I'm here, the far leg kicks forward, which brings his butt forward and his weight forward, so that I can push his body over with the other leg, like that. Okay, so there's kind of a lot of steps in there. You see the leg come up. You're simultaneously grabbing underneath and grabbing the far wrist and getting yourself to that side. It's called the pendulum because it goes tick, tock, tick. Okay, so it goes forward with the far leg, forward with the front leg, and then all the way back with this leg. Notice I'm not landing on it. This leg comes all the way back to his butt that way. Okay? That's the basic pendulum sweep from the guard.
All right, so there it is, John Freeland, pendulum sweep. Good sweep out there. If you can pull it off, pull it off. We'll be looking for it in the next fights. Rob Roy, you got any sponsors, anybody you want to thank?
Yes, I want to thank my mom, my little boy at home, everybody that supports me, and everybody that don't support me, everybody I train with, everybody I don't train with, You can find me on Facebook, Sharon Rob Roy Leggett. Hit me up anytime. I'm just a cool guy to be around if you get to know me. And thank my submission sponsor, and I hope to get some more sponsors. I really look forward to those shin pads. Thank you, 4 Ounce.
That's great. You can check us out at combatusa.net, or you check us out at facebook.com/combatusa. You can hear from the fighters on there, check out the pictures. You can check out all of our episodes. Anything you want to check out, we got it all right there at Facebook. You can also get tickets at our website at combatusa.net. You can get the pay-per-views there. You can watch all of our shows live on pay-per-view. Thank you very much to Oneida Casino. And that's going to be a wrap. We are Combat USA. We are MMA.
Combat USA, bringing you MMA looking state to state for the top 8 here on Prime Time, putting it all on the line for this one chance, for this one moment to stand up and shine. Combat USA, we're here to